Yo simba tuling'oa meno, hata makucha tukakata. Sasa hivi tuko na simba kibogoyo.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Now ladies and gentlemen, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua took some time off his engagement with his fans through the local radio stations. And after he was denied an opportunity yesterday to talk to congregants in a church in Nairobi, he's gone back to his old ways of engaging his fans through local radio stations. And today, he was engaging his fans or his followers from central Kenya, the Mount Kenya region. And he's talked about so many things. He's discredited President Ruto's government, highlighting some of the issues that are affecting Kenyans. But one key point, apart from all the things that he has highlighted, one key point that I've noted is the fact that he's talked about President Ruto working on a new cabinet, that is an impending kind of cabinet reshuffle. And that story has also been captured by another Rigathi diehard supporter, because, okay, I don't understand or Kikuyu per se, but a friend has given me just some tidbits on what he has talked about. And as I was also going through social media, Wahome Dhuku has also highlighted some of the issues that the former Deputy President has talked about. And one is that President William Ruto over the weekend did not attend any church service. So after he had toured Nairobi throughout the week, the last 5 days, he took some time off, went to Masai Mara, apparently, where he met Felix Koskei. So in that meeting, as Rigathi has alluded, he said that President William Ruto met Felix Koskei and they talked about the impending cabinet reshuffle. And some of the people that are going to be affected by this reshuffle are permanent secretaries from central Kenya, that is the Mount Kenya. Rigathi has talked about over 10 permanent secretaries going to be affected, and they will be replaced by those who have been seconded by the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. That is 10 permanent secretaries and maybe 2 cabinet secretaries might be affected in the impending cabinet reshuffle. And most definitely that reshuffle will happen next week. So why is it that President William Ruto is now willing to do this? We want to look at the effect of this impending cabinet reshuffle. Let's take, for example, if President William Ruto decides to do away with 10 permanent secretaries from central Kenya. Why is he doing this? And why is he willing to replace them with permanent secretaries from the former Prime Minister's ODM? One is the fact that President William Ruto has come to the realization, I think he has accepted that he has lost Mount Kenya votes or central Kenya votes. And for him to survive in 2027, he needs to get people who will replace the votes that he has lost from central Kenya. And one person that comes easily to mind is the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga right now has his guys entrenched in key positions in parliament. That is the watchdog committees in parliament. And Raila, just like any politician, has now come out guns blazing, trying to amass as much power as he can by calling shots in the key ministries and key parliamentary committees, so that it will have like some total influence. But let's go back to President William Ruto. He's willing to cede ground because he knows that he has lost face with Kenyans and he has lost a substantial majority of Mount Kenya votes. But whatever he's doing right now, if you look at it keenly, it might not last past 2027. Because I know the next 2 years, just as Raila said, Kenyans need to live, and we need a stable economy. We need things to start working, and so that by the time we get into 2027, we need to have a robust economy. But one mistake that President William Ruto might be making, there's an assumption, is that he assumes that by giving Raila all these positions, then Raila will definitely support him in 2027. That is his assumption. What if Raila decides to bolt out of the government at the last minute and team up with Rigathi Gachagua and the likes of Kalonzo Musyoka? Because, you know, Raila owes Kalonzo Musyoka support. Kalonzo Musyoka has denied himself like 3 times to support Raila Odinga. And Raila has always stated that he's not in the government. And that gives him a window to either jump ship if the relationship doesn't work. Or another way that Raila can dent President William Ruto's stars is by jumping ship at the last minute. And you know, if he jumps ship at the last minute, and President William Ruto and his handlers, now that they have decided that they are not going to quote Mount Kenya heading to 2027, they will most definitely lose out big time, and they might be left with only Rift Valley as his voting bloc, and that means he will be defeated in 2027. So the assumption here is that President William Ruto is willing to cede ground so much so as to appease former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and his supporters, so that in exchange in 2027 they can support him. But the question is, what if they don't support him in 2027? And whatever he's doing right now is also giving the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua more and more arsenals to attack the current government, and he's been able to appeal to the hearts of his supporters in a way that he's been able to get them out of President Ruto's stronghold. Because before 2022 general election, President Ruto was perceived as another Mount Kenya kingpin, but right now he's no longer a Mount Kenya kingpin. And Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka right now are controlling the narrative, the political narrative in Mount Kenya region. So all this that President Ruto is doing is making assumptions that whatever agreement that they have made with the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga will hold. But what if it doesn't hold? What if whatever 10-point agenda that they raised are not worked on? That will give Raila an opportunity to walk out, and they will say, no, we agreed that we were going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. We were going to improve the economy. That has not happened. We are going to transform the country in 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. That did not happen. So I'm leaving this government. And when Raila will be leaving, he will leave with a large chunk of members of parliament and those who are even loyal to President William Ruto. And that is how his image will be dented. And heading to 2027, he might not even vie. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, bye-bye.